Imagine your country is bankrupt, and the only help you get comes with 10 strict economic commandments from Washington. Follow this or no money. That was what called Washington Consensus. In the 1980s, many developing countries were in debt after the famous 1973 oil crisis. So the institutions like IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank stepped in with the but the money came with the conditions. Economist John Billington summarized the formula: cut government spending, privatize industries, open market to foreign investors, reduce the regulations, and let market decide everything. The ideology pure free market capitalism, inspired by leaders like Ronald Reagan and Margaret. But here's the problem. These policies assumed that every country which they were talking about has better or in fact the good institutions, which is good codes, governance, regulators. But actually many developing countries were not even near to 50% of that. And the result, inequality exploded, local industry collapsed, foreign capital started to dominate economies. And then came the 1997 Asian financial crisis. Countries like Thailand and Indonesia saw currency crashes and economic totally. But one country refused to follow this rulebook, and the country was Malaysia. Malaysia actually didn't accepted that advice of IMF, and in fact they imposed capital controls, which surprisingly, it recovered faster than many countries who actually followed that so called economic book. And suddenly, economists began questioning, is this Washington consensus, which was actually about to govern all the countries' economy, is flawed or what's happening? And then the new idea emerged. That is the post Washington consensus. And this was promoted by the economist Joseph Stiglitz. And the message, market alone cannot survive everything. Actually, market alone cannot solve everything. Government must also guide for the development of the country. And at the same time, China proposed their own model, which was the Beijing Consensus, based on industry growth and state-led method. And today, the United States is doing the same with the industrial policies like CHIPS and Science Act. 30 years, developing countries were told that government intervention is bad. You don't need to do this. And when West needed it, suddenly, industrial policy became the new strategic policy. The real question is, were these economic rules for development or control?